Hello. I thought I'd try just to have another go at the London map, but this time starting at the end. Because if we look at it, in my previous video, set, I don't know, metro, set, mini metro set 1 part 1, I ended up with that. Now the main bit of the London Underground is actually this section here somewhere, roughly speaking. I can't tell which station is which on this because they don't. I'm not sure that they correspond exactly with the real locations in London. Maybe they do. But I thought, wouldn't it be interesting to try and at least replicate the look and feel of the London map, if not getting it exactly right. So I thought, let's do that. The trouble is I don't actually know the London map amazingly well, although I live here. Actually, I suppose I do know it quite well, but not awesomely, but I could maybe do something. So, how do you change these lines? And it's going to obviously lead to terrible chaos, because the way to change them is by deleting them and then starting again. So I thought I'd try and get them looking roughly like the real thing. And because I'm in this mode, let me just show you the mode. Oh, maybe I better resume and not show you the mode, because it might take me out of the game altogether. But there's a mode where it doesn't stop you from ending the game if stations get too full. So I'm gonna... The red line, which I couldn't remember the name of or whether it existed last time, is the central line. And I'm gonna just build one and hope for the best. Goodbye. Maybe I'll just terminate them all, and that will... This may be going a bit too drastic. What will the game do when there's no trains? Sorry, we got a strike. Alright. Central line. Let's have a go. Something roughly like the central line. Or is it going to start with yellow? I've made a mistake, haven't I? It's probably going to start with yellow, which will be something like the circle line. So let's suppose the circle line goes like this. Yeah. This is very rough, I have to say. Yeah. See, there's nothing here that's too like it. Oops, something like that is the circle line. I've gained a whole lot of trains, so that's great. I can put one going this way as well. I'll probably need extra carriages dead soon. Next is going to be the central line, yeah, which I planned on in the first place. Something like this. Now, if I remember rightly, out on the edges it goes kind of up here. It's kind of roughly like that. I'll connect up other stations when I get the chance. Add another train on it going this way. I'm going to need more trains, I'm sure. Or more carriages. But we'll see if they manage to mop up some of the traffic. Who's next? Dark blue. That's the Piccadilly line, which goes sort of north-east to south-west. That'll be something like this. Now it actually goes down through King's Cross, which is over here somewhere, but I don't think I'm going to manage that so easily. I'll just do it like this anyway, what the heck. Actually, it ends up going out to Heathrow somewhere way over here, but what can I do? Let's see. Something like that, let's say. I've tried to connect up as many of these as possible. What have I got next? Light blue, that's the Victoria line. That goes from over here somewhere down to here somewhere. It doesn't actually cross over the central line, but I think it's going to have to in this incarnation. It duplicates this a bit. Oops, come along. Although, well, very roughly, I'm afraid. Something like that. Okay. It's the pseudo-Victoria line in a parallel universe. We've got Victoria Station here, probably. And I should put another train on that one. Is there any train on it? I can't see one. Oh yeah, there's one there. Let's send one going back as well. But we're going to have to add more trains at the end to mop up the traffic. Who's next? Green. That's the district line. Now that's a complicated line, and you can't simulate it properly in this game because it splits up into different branches. At both ends. There's about 3 branches in the west. And one long one over there in the east. But I suppose I can just mop up a whole load of stations with it, basically. And that'll be the district line, sort of. I mean, really, actually, it joins up with the circle line. Because all these stations south of the river, which in real life are either the northern line coming down here or railway lines, I'm going to use the district line for them instead, somehow. And then it can go up here somehow. That's a kind of a district line. Very badly. Now the pink line is the Metropolitan line, which again goes out from here, but it goes up and mops up these up here. So let's try a new one then. I'll just mop up. That would be a northern line later, perhaps. I was going to mop him up, but no, I'll be a kind of authentic. Let's try and get this lot. That's kind of it. Again, I think on the east, there's one of these lines branches, doesn't it? In the west, sorry. the central line actually goes up and mops up these, it splits into two again. And I don't have a black line. I have a Bakerloo line which is brown. But I think I'm going to have to, because these stations are connected, I'm going to use the brown line as a kind of a northern line. To sort of mop up some stuff. Oh, alright. It's a very rough northern line because it's... There we go. Now all stations I think are connected. So now I can just put enough trains on them for them to work. Another pink train on. Put another green train on. Oh, the Victoria line's going to need one, isn't it? Another one at least. And the Piccadilly line will need one. Circle line already has two. Metropolitan line has two. District line. How are we doing? Yes. So does my brown line, so-called northern line, which should be shooting off the map up here, does that have a second train? I don't think it does, no. So what's worst? Actually the Circle line is not doing very well. Stick another train on that. And going the other way. Central line only has a couple of trains. And it's quite busy. Another train on it. Seeing if they can mop up the traffic or not. I'm going to have to add carriages, obviously. Let's see, well, the Central line is staying busy, the Circle line is staying busy. Carriages. Add one to this. And add one to the one going in the other direction as well. It's not the train, the carriage. Circle line, add a carriage, I think. Where's that other train? I saw it. Oh, I'll add it to this one. Hello? Have I picked up the right thing? That's it, I'm out of carriages now. A couple more trains can go somewhere. District line, I think, needs one. So does the Metropolitan line, it's terrible. Alright, let's see how it works. Does this congestion clear up? Do I get some efficiency bonus? It's better than it was, I think. 103 passengers per day now. It'd be nice if I could move my interchanges a bit. I don't know if I can. Nope. It is kind of clearing up. The central line is struggling though. Central line being the red one. If I were to make things a little more efficient here and there... I could perhaps connect up some of these lines in other places. District line is just over full down in the southwest. Over here. Is the game going to give me an efficiency bonus, or is it just, now that the game is over, am I stuck with what I've got? I don't know if there's much more to say, except... Well, it's working. My numbers are going up. 116 a day. I see. Well... Maybe I should just let it run for a bit and see what it does. Well, I can make it slightly more efficient because I have squares next to triangles here. I can duplicate that and just join him up a bit. There we go. Rather than square to square. And if I'm going to do things like that, maybe I can tweak some of these others a bit. Hard to know, really. Will I make it better or worse? I mean, a lot of them, the lines are duplicated because in the old days these were competing companies making these lines. But I guess they're still busy enough to survive even now, or they would have been closed down. There's something like 280 stations on the London Underground, and there are lines which are, and stations, lots of them, which are, no longer exist. It might be sensible for me to extend the Victoria line to London Bridge and back, actually, as I see London Bridge there, just to make it circle, triangle, circle. It's a bit more efficient. I don't have anything going down through the middle of here, because really the Bakerloo line and the Jubilee line do that in London, but I don't have enough lines to do that. I have my Northern line instead. Maybe I could take it away from here and put it up through the middle. That might be more efficient, I don't know. But I'll have to connect up this lot somehow, if I do remove it. And I could only replace it, well, I suppose I could replace it with Metropolitan or Piccadilly line, but that's already full. And these are not so full. But it's hard for someone to get from here to here. So it might be an idea to sort of go up through here, but also up this way and along, rather than duplicating that. Something like that. There's another train up here. What a strange game, eh? Look at packet networking or something of that sort. Yeah, I think the new brown northern line is working quite well, except I could do with more trains, really. Because there are more customers that I can pick up. So with more trains and more carriages, I could actually make this work better, I think. Probably there's something I can do to increase the efficiency anyway. But in fact, it's interesting to see that the London Underground layout, roughly, is actually quite efficient. I mean, I'm getting 123 passengers a day at the moment, which isn't bad. On the real London Underground, a train can carry about 1,200 passengers, and it does during the rush hour, and they're every 2 minutes. On any one of about 10 lines. I have 5 tunnels left. I could, I don't know, join up some more things, perhaps. But if I make the lines longer, that will spoil it a bit as well. But the district line is suffering down here. It'd be better to kind of duplicate it with the Victoria line somehow. Because that's got 2 triangles. Should have come down here and gone there and there, or something funny like that. If it would even let me. Well, there it is, a rough simulation of the London Underground as per this game. And I guess I'll leave it at that. Okay, bye for now.